think we're streaming. What the heck is rotation? Alright. I've been having a lot of fun with this L3 build. Probably gonna upload some more stuff. It's a lot of fun. We're gonna play. Fuck warm-ups. Get a 4-day weekend this weekend, so it's pretty fun. Been kind of chilling, been kind of relaxing. Let's see if there's anything special that's happened. Not really. I played a little bit of ARMS. See what's going on, man. What's going on, Joe? Played a little bit of ARMS. Didn't really like it too much. I think it's fun. Probably gonna get it just because I feel like there's people I'm gonna play with, but yeah, they're still doing. I think there's like 1 or 2 more tests today. I don't know. Actually, don't know, but I didn't really like it too much. There's barely the game kind of feels like there's barely any options, and all those options are like really, really variable. I guess if that makes sense. I guess a better way to describe it is most fighting games, you have a lot of options, and all your options are really discrete and lead to certain situations, and like the kind of situations like pile up on top of each other, where lots of decisions are made and stuff like that. Where ARMS has like barely any options. It pretty much only has 3 options, and all those options are like so variable, and it's like the game's kind of designed where the 2 characters are supposed to run around in a circle around each other and miss most of their punches. Because if punches actually could land consistently, the game no one could do anything. The game would suck. That person really wanted to kill. And like what it just feels like to me is it kind of feels the same as like Smash 4, where like it kind of feels like Smash 4, where everything is just unreliable, and you're supposed to like fail a lot, and the times when something happens are the times when you were supposed to fail, but like someone like made a dumb mistake or something dumb happened, if that makes sense. Whoa, I'm backing up. And I don't know, it just didn't it didn't feel like a fighting game in that aspect, if that kind of makes sense. This guy should be able to keep So I'll trade there, push sniper back. Yeah, like, I don't want to say don't buy it. I just, it's definitely not something that I could take competitively. And I didn't really get too used to the controls. The camera controls are really awkward in the 4-player modes. And I just felt like I was fighting the camera a lot. So, like, the one-on-one modes don't really feel deep enough, and the 3 and 4-player modes felt, like, kind of frustrating. But I also hadn't learned the controls yet, and the way the controls are set up, it's really easy to, like, lock onto the wrong person if you try to use your camera, like, normally, like you would, like, any other, like, 3D game, because you hold the stick to the right to try to, like, slowly move your camera, and that registers you switching perspectives, like, a bunch of times. Like, you're supposed to just tap it every time you want to switch perspective. There's no, like, regular camera controls. If that kind of makes sense. Yeah, so, it'll probably end up being, like, Pokken. At least in my community, it'll probably end up being Pokken, where, like, everybody plays it for, like, a week or so, and then it just kind of dies off. But at the same time, like, it's a Switch, and it's new, and people have more incentive to play it, because there's not that many games out yet. But I know that, like, once Splatoon comes out, it's never gonna get played. At least in, like, my circles. That was dumb of me. Yeah, fighting the camera was dumb. What's going on, everybody? I guess we're all just jumping the fucking tower. Fuck it, we can just end the game right here. People gonna keep landing in. We can push it like a couple points like this, so even though it's like solo queue, yeah, I was gonna say we could probably just push the tower just by jumping in for like 4 extra points there. I would rather them like do like a melee online or something like that than like a Smash 4. Or I don't know, something. That or just completely new Smash and just let it rock for a little bit, because I don't know, I wouldn't want Smash 4. Like, Smash 4 just needs to die. Like, seriously. Like, Smash 4... Yeah, if they could get Melee working online, that would be great. But I could see if they did like a port of Smash 4. Alright, so here's what makes ARMS and Splatoon... This is what makes it so ARMS can't be the next Splatoon, right? Splatoon... The paint mechanic in Splatoon is something that's never, ever been done before. And the game itself... What are the stages? Zones, urchins... Okay. The game itself... If you take away the paint mechanic, Splatoon's not really that different from good shooters. You know what I mean? It's just a third-person shooter with a fast-paced dash and really consistent aim, and like a balance, weapon balance, and a special system and like objective modes. Like, it's really not that far-fetched. If you take away the paint mechanic, but like, I mean, I know that the paint like controls the movement, but like in theory, if you just like suspend like being picky for a second, if you just take away the paint mechanic from Splatoon and just make it a normal shooter, it's pretty standard and solid and good and fun without the paint mechanic involved. The paint mechanic makes it super unique and attractive, and like that helps with its popularity, and it helps it, like, you know, obviously it makes the gameplay better in a lot of ways. ARMS, if you look at ARMS, what ARMS is like an over-the-shoulder like boxing / fighting game, and none of them have ever been like actually like respected and good as multiplayer games. Like, you have like Punch-Out and like a couple like old arcade single-player games, but that's different. They're trying to make it like a multiplayer success, and like that's not what like ARMS is. The person who was there. Person's behind me, I gotta keep moving. Ooh, dang, there's another person in front of me. But yeah, hopefully that explanation made sense. Like, what ARMS is, if you take away ARMS' unique thing, like, that kind of fighting game, like, isn't good. Like, it's never been good. But if you, so it's like, I don't really see it being a good game long term. Like, it has a gimmick, but it's not a good game underneath. Whereas, like, Splatoon is the opposite, where Splatoon would be good. Splatoon has the gimmick to draw people in, but after the gimmick, it's a good game. Like, that's the way ARMS appears to me. And that's why I don't have a lot of confidence in it. Because it really doesn't feel like a deep fighting game at all. And, I don't know, like, just the controls are really bad, too. Like, I feel like they want to they almost, like, design the controls like, okay, we want to force people to use motion. So we're going to, like, make sure that, like, stick controls are really limited to compensate for, like, them not being better than motion. Ooh, yeah, that guy's gonna fuck me up. I should have pushed forward. He would have missed his splash damage, and my team wiped. So this is bad. I'm gonna go right. But yeah, I don't want this live to be like trash talking ARMS, because I'm sure some people like it or whatever. But I didn't really find it to be very respectable. And it has some problems with the controls being, like, really, really terrible. Like, nothing makes sense the way the controls are. Like, it feels like the stick controls are, like, an afterthought. Like, so you're forced to rely on... Ooh, okay. You're forced to rely on these, You're forced to rely on these, like, really finicky controls that were, like, obviously, like, they just made it from... Ooh, nice shots there. Yeah. Like, either they made the stick controls worse to try to force people to play motion, or they just made it motion controls and the stick controls were an afterthought. Kind of like what Splatoon has, actually, where the stick controls are obviously just an afterthought. Like, I mean, you shouldn't really be using stick controls in Splatoon. Like, motion is just superior, period. Ooh, there's two people there. Whereas, like, in ARMS, like, if they actually made the stick controls not suck, the stick controls would be just superior to motion, but they, like, limited the second stick and limited, like, a bunch of options that, like, make perfect sense. Ooh. That was a little rough there. And looks like we're in a lot of trouble. There's probably a guy up top, yeah. So I'm not really sure what's happening with this game, but we wiped a bunch of times, and now no one really seems to be doing anything conducive to getting control back. But we got that guy. That's good. That CRB is a good player, so it's good to have him out of the picture for a moment. Hopefully someone tries to jump to this Hydra. Nope. Well, someone did try to jump to the Hydra, but he wasn't punished. Oh, we have a fucking Squiffer. That's why we're losing. Oh, damn. Yeah, I would say I'm forced to just run in a straight line now. But, yeah, I don't know. ARMS, I just don't have... I have zero faith in it. I think it's just gonna die. Like, a lot of people, like, in EGTV were like, oh, what, should we do anything for ARMS? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I have zero fucking faith. Like, if it proves itself to be, like, actually so successful to the point where we have to pick it up, that's one thing. But I just don't think that that game really has any substance to it. It's just one big gimmick. Yeah, and actually, I want to talk a little bit about Marvel Infinite, Joe, because you're still in chat, right, Joe? Because I'm going to E3, so we're probably going to be able to play Infinite, and I'm, like, actually really excited about that. Holy fucking shit, my team. Yeah, I told you having that Squiffer was not good. That's pretty unfortunate. Because what that Squiffer was supposed to be the longer range weapon that would help us deal with the Hydra and such. That's one reason why I kind of like Neosplash sometimes, more than L3D. You know what, let me try Neosplash instead of L3D, because Neosplash can deal with that better than L3D can. And since Black Belly's in rotation, I think that maybe the light depletion Izuka is probably going to be better than the medium depletion Kraken, because both these weapons paint and have a neutral that's really similar. So what we can do with this. Urchin zones can be a little... maybe L3D is slightly better for Urchin zones, but I mean, it's whatever. Yeah, let me check to see if Joe's still in chat, because... Yeah, you're still there. Yeah, so Marvel Infinite looks awesome. I mean, I love Marvel. Marvel's definitely my favorite fighting game. And I'm going to try to play that as much as possible. I mean, obviously, I'm going to focus on trying to play Splatoon as much as possible. There's going to be a bunch of top players there. There's going to be, like, a big chunk of the Splatoon community there. Because Nintendo's paying for the E3, like, the passes, media passes for, for a bunch of the staff. And then they're sending a bunch of players who did well in some certain tournaments. So, obviously I'm going to be focused on that, but I also really want to play Marvel Infinite, like, a lot. Let's not die to that. I'm going to swing around this way. Ooh, man. Jump there. We are really lacking on map control right now, so I probably have to keep in mind the other Splash on my team. Try to help him. away from this guy. Get rid of that guy. Nice. Hope we get top mid back. So how do we do that? I'm gonna have Zuka soon, so I should probably just try to build it. So there's the first Zuka. I don't think we can fight this Dynamo. I think what's gonna happen is this Dynamo, if he doesn't get like forced off a top mid for good. Where'd that guy go? Shit. Because my Inzukas have been kind of poor so far. Hey, what's going on? Alright, cool. Got Inzuka. So let's actually try to get some kills with this one. Get him, Carbon. Get him, Carbon. Nice kill there. Nice, got the Dynamo. Oh, my teammate just left me there. Damn. He went to the other side of the map for some reason. I guess he didn't know that guy was there. About lobby snipers, it's whatever. I prefer to play with people that I know instead of just all random strangers. Like, solo queue is really dumb. And I'd rather there be some reason to try. And pretty much anybody who's going to try to lobby snipe me is worse than me anyway, so... Or they're a friend, so I don't care. Like, solo queue can't really be taken that seriously. After this grenade, I'm gonna just activating Zuka right away. Oh, I got their Zuka. Nice, nice. My teammate cracking there. This is looking really good for us. I'm gonna get back up top mid and just painting. Ooh, no, never mind. Alright, but our Slash is up top mid and just painting, and he can bomb rush. He should bomb rush. I hope he bomb rushes. I got the jump off of him to top mid, so I'm just going to... I was gonna try to just fucking kill a Dynamo, but it ended up working anyway. But yeah, lobby snipers don't really bother me that much. Like, if there's someone in a room... Yeah. Well, you could also try to get into stuff, but... I don't know. Like, right now in the Splatoon scene, it's a little bit hard to climb your way up because... the lower level scene is kind of gone, and like the high level players either are in like locked in teams where they're just gonna stick with that team until the game's over, or they're just like me and they're just not really in like a high level team right now. They're just waiting for Splat 2. When Splat 2 comes out, like, you need to like slowly work your way up. You need to get yourself play with as many people as you possibly can. Make a good impression on everybody. Always be polite. Never tilt. Always be a good teammate. Call out. And just slowly just build your skills up over time and avoid making yourself have a bad reputation, and you'll eventually have a good reputation, and just eventually that's going to just lead you into a situation where you can get into a scrim, or whatever, and if you make a good impression, then it's like, hey, maybe you can sub in, or maybe you can get into some privates and stuff. If the ladder comes out, it'll be really easy to like grab some for a ladder. You can like get into some servers and try to get some pickup scrims going. Like, just be also like be like a hard worker and stuff too. Like, always like focus on like improving and being positive, and like when people want to play, you know, like if people like have like if people have like they want to like try out some strategy, like, oh, try it out with them, you know what I mean? All right, so I don't think that being too polite can be a bad thing, and here's why. Like, yeah, like if like someone's like clearly bad, or someone's clearly someone you don't want to be around, like, don't like make them your best friend and stuff. But as a team captain, when I'm looking for people to play with and sub with, if someone acts like they're 12, if someone gets salty all the time, or if someone like is rude or just has a negative attitude while playing, I'm not gonna play with them. Like, the kind of people that like I want to like get involved like with subbing and stuff like that are the people that are like super chill and they're pretty decent at the game and they call out and they obviously want to be good and learn and improve and stuff like that. The people that are all fucking full of themselves, the people that act like really immature, like not even like, oh, I don't know if this is the best jump either, not even like negative immature, but like the people that just act like they're young. It's like you don't want them in your lobbies, because like I have like adults and stuff, and it's just like the people that are just chill and seem like they have good enough natural talent and they have a positive attitude and they seem to want to win. Like, that's what it takes. Like, people try so hard to like get into like a lobby with dude, or like they like make all these big deals out of everything, or I don't know, it's like hard to say, but like oh boy, there's nothing wrong with being polite, because as soon as you piss someone off, like as soon as you act immature, as soon as you make people think that, if you make one player think something bad about you, like, it's harder to get rid of a bad reputation than it is to... It's, like, harder to get rid of a bad reputation than it is to, like, be in a lobby with someone one game and make the positive impression. Because the one time that you were, like, rude, or you weren't polite, or something like that, is, like, the one time that, like, you could have, like, gotten noticed if you were polite. You're not trying. No, you're not trying to kiss anyone's weird. That's not what I'm saying at all. You're not trying to kiss anyone's ass. You're just trying to be someone who they don't mind being in the voice chat. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm playing, I don't want someone. Like, obviously I don't want someone trying to like kiss ass and like, oh, I'm with all these famous people, because we're not fucking famous, just people, and like acting all like nervous and like, oh man, I never played with a streamer before. Like, do you think my Tenatech's good? Do you think I'm good? Like, that kind of stuff is like so annoying. Just like, be chill. Just play the game. Like, you should be focused on doing good at the game, and taking like every, like, if you get like salty from dying and stuff like that, like if you die and you're like, oh, this fucking, I keep getting sniped, or oh, this laggy sniper, or blah blah, or anything like that, like, that's not helpful. But if like you're just calmly calling out and like being useful, and like if you die, if like you're like, for example, like if you die and you're like, oh, I got sniped again, or like, oh man, Tenatech got me, or something like that, doesn't help anybody. But if you die and you're like, left side kill me, he's going here, you know, like if you're given like useful call outs, and like obviously you're focused on winning and you don't give a shit about, like, you're not trying to like desperately be noticed or like shove your resume in my face. If you're just playing well enough and you have a good attitude, like, that's the most important thing. And like, if you just do that all the time and you never like let yourself be all like salty and shit like that, eventually you're going to get better at the game to the point where you can do that in a lobby with someone who's decent and then get noticed and then make the jump. And once you get involved with higher level players, like once you start getting into like a bunch of like pickup squads or pickup scrims or like some lobbies, that's when you can start actually like getting into games with good players often. But it just, there's so many players that like you can tell that they're like really young kids that are like it feels like almost like they're desperate for attention. Like I can't quite put like a phrase to it, but like there's so many like younger kids that like they're like good Tenatechs or something like that, but they're just like it's just like you don't want to like let them, like I don't want this kid to be in my Discord because then he's gonna get like attached or something like that. Like I think that's bad too. But there's also the kids that are like fucking like yelling and screaming, and like obviously like I wouldn't want this person involved with like my team's like goal as sort of like a business to like improve at the game, because they're just gonna be toxic and stuff. You know, you need to not do that stuff. And if you just keep playing and keep improving and just try to play with as many people as you can and always make the best impression, like that's the impression that's going to get you on to like an actual team. Eventually it's going to happen. You just need to be patient and persistent. I do have a Discord. It is a place. it is definitely a place. I'm gonna play Zimmy, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna play Zimmy. Actually, no, fuck that. I'm gonna play Heavy. Which Heavy am I gonna play? I'll play this one. Yeah, I'll link you on, well, I can just whisper you here. It's not a public Discord, and, it is, like, where everybody goes to just not have a filter, so just prepare yourself, but, there's some other people that play fighting games in there, so, let's see here. Let me just, real quick. I just don't want the link being there. Okay, good. Yeah, so like to put in the context, this Discord was originally made when the TeamSpeak server went down, and we needed just a Discord to use for like our just like our in-game chat. You're welcome, yo. And it eventually turned into the team server, and then like the team broke up, but like the group kind of stayed there, and it's just yeah, it's just like just one big giant and not safe for work like chat. Just like think about it as like being like 4chan or some shit. I'll give you a role when I'm done streaming. I give everybody a custom role, and yeah, it's an interesting place. But yeah, I have Marvel 3 on PC. I don't know if you want to play that. I am fucking terrible. I played with a buddy, and we just like drop combos back and forth at each other for like 30 minutes. So it's it's I don't know if I'm gonna be the most interesting match, but we should like play that because I'm kind of like hyped for Infinite and stuff, etc. Oh, that's not good. Ooh, also not good. A group up there. I should probably pay attention, so I gotta start out by painting hill and not getting like sniped or anything like that. Break that wall. And just paint for now. Gonna have to jump off this soon because they're gonna be getting Zukas. That wasn't the best way. I'll gotta wait for more teammates. Unfortunately, this game type is just kind of like this. I have no idea what my team's trying to do, but I'm trying to paint for them. Luckily, this isn't tower control, so no one can sneak up on me. pain as much as possible. Alright, we're starting to get some kills. I can start to move up. Stealth jumps might happen. So I gotta get in position to stop that kind of stuff. There's one in zone. Striking zone. Painting it. That guy, nice. Oh, fuck! There was still one behind us. Our teammates lost that fight. Alright, whatever. Good hustle. What's going on, Misha? How you doing? Final Fantasy. I see a lot of people playing Final Fantasy lately. So I just realized that we have a splatter scope. I thought we were 3 shooters. Which kind of explains the lack of pushing. I don't want to get snuck up behind, but... Looks like we're not snuck up on, or they did like a paintless flank to the left, so I'm just gonna pretend that they're not left and just kind of gamble on that. Kill. Alright, some cover for my teammates to move up on. Nice painting. So this actually hasn't been the worst game ever. Like, as a team, we haven't been like holding our leads, but I think I'm personally doing a pretty good job at providing opportunities to push, which is what my role is. Yeah, I knew we were gonna get flanked from behind eventually, but there's nothing really I can do. Just a really, really bad team comp for that map. That splatter scope needed to be like a CRB or a 96 or something like that. Yeah, that was, and like the 10 attack just went like hyper negative and shit, so we kind of lost that one at the game start screen, but that's okay. But yeah, I don't I've never been able to get into like, actually let's try heavy deco. I've never been able to get into those kind of like just MMOs in general. I don't know why it took me so long to say MMOs. Yeah, I've never been able to get MMOs. Never really liked them. I have like gotten into like this one mobile game that was actually sort of like Pokemon Go, but it was like a long time ago, where like every business was like a dungeon, and you had to like try to go as far as you could into these dungeons, and then you could have like these teleport stones to go to like actual major cities, so like Philly, New York, Los Angeles, shit like that. Where like the serious shit was, and then you could be at your current location or one of the major cities, and it was really fun. And then you could link with 2 friends, and you would get their characters. So you built one character, but you could link with 2 friends and get their characters. So like you can make like a party where it's like we're all kind of trying to work with each other. You know what I mean? Because we're all using each other's characters. So we have the party. It's just that whenever we do our own thing, we are in control of all 3 characters, but we can only customize ours. And it was really fun. It was called Life is Magic, and it unfortunately just kind of died. And I never really heard of it again. Like the server shut down. What ended up happening is they added a PvP mode, but it was like fucking aggressively play to win, and I think it put like a really, really bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. You should be careful because there's a person there. I'm gonna move up because I have this. This is bad because I'm just gonna get jumped. Alright, so again, a Squiffer on my team, man. It's so sad. People just choosing like these really, really bad weapons and going into ranked. That's why I really hope that matchmaking is better in the second one. Like, I just want team games to have the same kind of like weighting as solo queue, so that so many more people are playing squads that like I don't have to play fucking solo queue all the time. I mean, I know it's gonna be easier to get squads going in the future, but one big gripe I have with this game is how much emphasis is put on solo queue, and it really hurts the community. Like, the way this works is if you get a high solo queue rank, your rank is locked when you play squads. So squads are just, like, no one gives a fucking squads. And, like, honestly, it should be the opposite. Like, me and my team, because it's a team game, my team and I should be able to work on a rank. I'm just going in. There we go. My team and I should be able to work on our team rank. And oh boy. And once we've earned our team rank, I should be able to go to solo queue to just try new stuff and not have to worry. But they made it the opposite, and it just makes everybody like there's this huge like ego, like you know that whole like rank doesn't matter thing that like we all got over in like 2005. Like in this game, like everybody overemphasizes solo queue, and people like have to go play, have to keep playing, have to like hold on to their rank and stuff, and it definitely hurts the scene. This guy's a custom junior. I have no fucking fear. I'm just gonna camp here as soon as people get close. I'm gonna crack him. The way I would change the ranking system for Splatoon is just make it so that there's a separate so that either make it so there's a separate solo queue rank, or make it so your rank is locked in solo queue, which people probably wouldn't like. So I just probably make a separate solo queue rank and a separate team rank, and then also make it so every like unique group of 4 gets their own unique rank. Almost got him. Yeah, either have a separate team rank and have a separate solo queue rank, or make it so solo queue rank, it's like if you get a high rank in squads, you should be able to go into solo queue without worrying. Like solo queue is supposed to be the playlist that doesn't matter, but like players already expect it to be a certain way, so you can't really do that. This guy. So I think that squads and solo queue should have a separate rank, or just make it so every unique group of 4 gets their Make it so every unique group of 4 gets their own unique rank. I was gonna go left against that guy, and he was dumb. His friend was dumb. Alright. Yeah, I'm using Pro Controller in Splat 2. Both the controllers work, actually, but... Alright, let me re-answer that question, because I was concentrating. So, I would make it so every unique group of 4 gets a squad rank. So it's like, if me, Token, Misha, and Swampy are playing, we have our own rank. It starts with whatever our basic ranks are, and then it moves uniquely from there. If Misha goes to do something and Blink comes in, we have a new rank that starts out from our unique ranks and then goes on from there. And make it so that squads, playing in a ranked squad that's like S+ or something like that, gets you like a gold bonus that's higher than solo queue. Like, make squads have a better ranking system skill-wise, and then make that offer more money. Like, put emphasis on team queue so that like team queue actually matters. And I would say, like, I personally would lock solo queue rank and make it so you can earn more money there. And also probably make it so you can earn, if you are S plus or something like that, and then you go into Turf War, you get like an S plus bonus or something like that too. So that way, like, if you just want to get on and make gold, you can just play Turf War, get a lot of money. It's fine. If you want to like actually play to win, you get on with like a try-hard squad and work on your squad's rank. Like, it is a team game, yeah. And like, it's just unfortunate the way the ranking system now works is it emphasizes solo queue. So it's like the mentality, and a lot of people haven't like played shooters before. Like, a lot of the players that play this were like Smash players and Mario Kart players and stuff. So like especially from the Smash players, like there's this like emphasis that like being a good individual player is all that matters, and like it's just it's bad for the community because people like in their free time play too much solo queue and don't like play custom matches and stuff like that. Like, whereas like if players came from other shooters, people would not give a fuck about solo queue. They would think it was a joke, and they would spend their time in private lobbies, not doing scrims necessarily, but playing like competitive like custom games. Like, that's the thing that this community like completely lacks. And honestly, a lot of like Halo players and like actual like shooter players hear that, and they're like, I don't know if I even want to get involved in that game if they don't even play like privates and stuff. So like, it's a problem that needs to be addressed somehow. But yeah, it's like I would just change the ranking system to fix that. And hopefully what they do is they just make it so that squads actually like matter in some way, just to put some emphasis on the team game stuff, and then hopefully private matches become easier, etc., etc. Do I even want to play Remix? I don't think I want to. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I want to do this. I want to play... Do I want to do Double Bomb, or do I want to do Stealth Jump? I want to do Double Bomb. So let's go ahead and put this build on. So we're going to do the Bomb Range, we're going to do the Sub Saver, and we're going to do the Sub Saver. So now I have Double Bomb, 2 mains of Bomb Range, Bomb Rush. Should be pretty good. It would be cool if you could establish a team with up to 8 members, but I'd rather make it so that... Yeah, a clan system like that. Would also work. I think that it would be better just to let it so every unique group of 4 gets their own rank. That way, you don't have to worry about that stuff. But I could see a clan system. That's actually a pretty good solution now I think about it. A clan system where the clan gets a rank. And pretty much the way it works is if you search as a clan, you... Like, pretty much you always play the same players that are searching as a clan or not searching as a clan. But when you search as a clan, it also does your individual ranks and your clan rank. And then in addition to that, if you fight another clan, the stakes get way, way, way higher. And make it so clan matches get you the most gold by far, so that you have incentive to play clan matches. Even if you're not going to win them all, you still have incentive to play clan matches compared to everything else. I think that would be really good. And it's probably the best solution because it doesn't like attack solo queue for the people that like solo queue, but it would I think a clan system like that would be pretty awesome. As long as you could like, because then it's like you can't like if there's 3 of us on and we want to play with 1 person, we can't play as a clan match. So maybe make it so you can use like a sub or something. But I think overall that would be a good solution though, because it would make taking like an actual team and going into squads more respected than people just going into solo queue and like kind of harming like the social aspect of the scene. Like the end goal should be so that competitive customs are happening instead of solo queue, and that team queue wouldn't solve it that much, but it would make matchmaking like better in that aspect. Close to another bomb rush, so I'm just gonna stand back and throw bombs. kind of scary. I should be able to get a counter bomb rush. Yep. Is that bomb? He got stuck like upside down. Well, the thing is, you would have a unique rank as a team. So, like, if you're not that good, you wouldn't get matched up with people that good. Like, that's the whole point. Like, squads is a joke right now because you go to search, and most of your games are, like, fucking tri-squads, and people that suck, and people that, like... They're either, like, people that aren't trying, or they're people that aren't good, but got, like, S or S+, and now they're staying away from solo queue because they're protected on their rank lock and stuff like that. And that's what you get for, like, most of your fucking games. And... Alright, let's bomb rush. And... Ooh, alright. But what do? We got one... There was a trade there. We got our teammates moving up. I want to try to jump to this Dynamo, so hopefully he gives me a safe spawn. He looks like he's doing it. And, like, the thing is, though, like... Team Q doesn't get respected because playing in Team Q is just beating up shitty teams for like 9 matches and then getting like one good match that like you fucking probably weren't even fucking ready for, and there's gonna be no rematch or anything like that. Like, Team Q should have the same emphasis, and oh boy. It should have the same emphasis in matchmaking and skill level and stuff that regular Q does. Like, the fact that solo queue gets all the matchmaking and skill and stuff like that, but... Oh, damn, that was... Alright, we lose. For de-rusting? I mean, not giving a fuck about winning and just focusing on just making good decisions as you go is probably the most important thing you can do. Like, even making a new count and going from, like, C- to S+ or something like that. Like, that kind of stuff works. Oh, fuck, I'm dead. Damn, we just fucking started not being able to play all of a sudden. Like, that really sucks. Went from total domination to just wipe. I don't know, like, when I learned Zimmy, I originally just made a new account and got to, like, went from C- to S+. Yeah, I mean, we had a really bad team comp. We literally had nothing that had any kind of potential for killing, so I guess that me getting all that map control and the Dynamo painting wasn't, like, supporting anything, but, whatever. This gun is still really awesome, though. I'm gonna actually go ahead and do the stealth jump build with ink recovery instead of subsaver, because while I think the subsaver build is better, it's just you're just running too much of a risk by not running stealth jump in solo queue, because you never have any guarantee that your teammates are going to actually be able to kind of hold the line. And I'd much rather have slightly worse map control, but the ability to, like, stay in a sloppy situation where nobody's working together than to, I mean, running into Olive would be good. Like, part of, getting better is being able to run into, like, a really good team and keep it together mentally. Like, it's not, especially if you're still learning, like, it's not about winning or losing, it's about not, like, giving up your composure and having everybody think, oh, I can't do it. Or, like, oh man, we're getting, like, our asses kicked, I'm just gonna stop calling out. Like, no, like, if you get matched up against Olive and you're just getting your ass, like, dominated, like, it doesn't matter how bad they're dominating you, like, you shouldn't, like, behave any differently or think any differently than if you were fighting, like, a bunch of people that are, like, decent but not as good as you and you're winning, you know what I mean? Like, that is more important. almost a bomb rush. This is good. Right now I can go top mid. Oh, I can't go top mid. Now I can go top mid. This guy can paint. I'm just gonna focus on bombs. Help this guy out. Don't know what he's fighting, but I'll throw him a few bombs. Oh boy, fell off. Keeping this dynamo suppressed is a big deal right now. I'm just gonna, every other bomb I'm just gonna throw at that guy to the left. I don't know if he's using them or not, but hopefully you can use them. Alright, someone's rushing now, so let's throw the bomb. Teammate died there. On fort. But he definitely served a purpose for a while. Stay back a little bit, because that CRB is definitely looking like he wants to do something crafty, and just bomb rush right now. Keep up the map control. So I think that if this gun returns with the same kit with the new bomb rush and suction bombs, it's going to be good, because what you can do is you can have a build that's like a lot of ink recovery, maybe a little bit of bomb range and whatever's meta, and then when you use your bomb rush, you always get the bomb range for the actual map control. So you can be a semi-competent shooter, and you can have the constant bomb spam and map control. You don't need the bomb range on the regular bombs as much, because you're always going to get it on the special. Like, one of the things about bomb rush in this game now is that if you don't have bomb range, your special is bad. And you're forced to run bomb range. But if we get this new bomb range cannon thing, where it gives the bomb range for it offers the bomb range by itself when you use your special, and it doesn't have to be part of your gear, it frees up bomb rush weapons that focus on like bomb rush and stuff like that, or that like need bomb rush to be good to run other stuff. How important do I think they are in overall practice? No Japanese understanding, only channel. I think that Japanese scrims are good for practicing splat zones, and they're definitely something that you should do. But the way that the Japanese community isn't really good at like actually improving as teams. Like, those kind of scrims are like, they're set up like sets. They're not set up like means of improvement. So like, you should be playing them to see what Japan does and learning from them, but that shouldn't be your major grind. Like, you should be doing those Japanese scrims to see how well you're doing in general as a team, but you shouldn't be using them as improvement. Okay, that guy can do that. I got that guy. That's funny. Take this real quick. I don't want to get sniped, but... Oh, this is double bomb rush, right. Go really forward with this bomb rush. Damn. Alright. If I had known that there were two bomb rushes going on there, I would have been able to make much more use of that. Dynamo here. Oh, shit. We're about to just lose. I think it'll let you go back into ink. Maybe it won't, but, like, the new bomb rush is definitely, like, all the specials are nerfed. And, yeah, alright, I just didn't get a good team that game. All the specials are nerfed. So, not being able to go into squid form, etc. isn't, like, the worst thing ever. But bomb rush is, like, is a really good special, and it's really good for map control, especially since there's not going to be krakens and bubbles to absorb your bomb rush as it happens. Like, that's a big deal, because with that, like, on, like, most maps, if you do, like, kind of like a orchestrated bomb rush. I'm gonna play Splatter Shot. If you have a bomb rush that makes all your bombs blow up at the same time, like it's pretty much impossible to stop it from painting zone. So like it's going to be more useful already, simply because it'll be less stoppable, and because there's like less invincibility supers and stuff like that. Like if you have Splatoon and you take away Bubble, Kraken, and Izuka, Bomb Rush is like the best special by far. I mean, Echo's actually really good too, but Bomb Rush is just fucking great. So the fact that it's returning is really good, and it makes it really strong. So it's I don't know, it's definitely going to be a good special for people that know how to use it and for teams that coordinate and stuff like that. And yeah, like even though it's like weaker on paper, all the specials are weaker on paper, but it's gonna be so good for getting map control. Like if you use it in a way that just gets map control from behind. Damn it. Expecting my teammate to help me out there. What the fuck is my team comp? I don't think we can win. We have 2 buckets and a dynamo, and one of them's not playing. Yeah. One thing that sucks is that if you have a guy that's AFK and you lose because of it, and you lose too fast, you get the full penalty because the game didn't have time to notice that he wasn't playing. Hopefully I can get zone right now. No. I'm dead. Yeah. It's just, hopefully we can stall the game out until this guy disconnects. Not that it's really that important, but nice. Alright, cool. Alright, so now I'm only going to lose a point, it looks like. We got one up. Holy Knight and Dark Knight. That's actually kind of fun. I'm gonna stealth jump in just because we kind of have to in order to do anything. Just hope that I don't get punished. Check for the stealth jump. Oh, damn it. No, there wasn't a stealth jump. He was just hiding over there. Maybe they're coordinating the rank up, but the one guy went AFK, so I don't really know if that's helping anything. Yeah, I mean, solo queue is just a bad place in any game, and I think the current culture in video games in general... How'd you not die? Aw, come on. And it's like so difficult when it's a 3v4 and then they have like all this QR stealth jump on top of it. But yeah, like solo queue is just terrible in general, and like in Splatoon there's like a culture that like puts solo queue up on a pedestal, and then like Overwatch does it too for some reason. Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense because like as a streamer, people like seeing like casuals like seeing solo queue, but like that doesn't mean it's good. I don't know. Like there's just like the last couple like 2 years, I'd say, just in gaming in general, I've seen like maybe more than 2 because League of Legends as well, but like there's been like this emphasis on solo queue that just shouldn't be there. QR is probably getting nerfed. I mean, like it was nerfed according to like the data that we got about the game. in Splatoon 2. Like, it does less. I think stealth jump being nerfed would be fine. I think that QR doesn't really need to be that nerfed anyway, because like the stuff that deals with QR seems to be getting buffed in Splat 2. But I don't know. It's not that big of a deal. It just sucks in solo queue when you're fucking fighting it and you're down a person. Alright, let's see here. I don't like Carbon on Black Belly, even though it's supposed to be like the best. Let's try it. Let's give it a try. I should probably run Stealth Jump. So we'll go with this build. Yeah, exactly. There's more interaction with the streamer on the solo streams. I think that's why, like, if you're going to be streaming team environments, you should be making effort to interact with chat, like as a group. I also plan on doing a lot of streams where I spectate scrims and interact with chat and commentate. I think that those are going to be pretty successful. And it's also pretty good for me because that's like a niche that I don't really have the most competition in. Like, there could be like some good commentator that shows up or something like that, but in reality I'm going to be way better at commentating Splatoon than he is for a long time. I mean, if there's competition, that's good because it forces me to improve, etc. But it, oh shit. I'm not a Zimmy, I can't just go for that opening. This guy middle, nice pick over to the side. I have no idea what that could have been. But I have to be really aggressive because of the team comp, so... The guy chased me down. But that's good, though, because he wasted his bubble. Probably is going to end up dying, yeah. So I'm going to stealth jump to whoever is the furthest forward, this guy to the right. Ooh, alright, trade there. Yeah, no, I think that me being able to provide like really good like footage of like team games would be good. I don't know if I can really change the scene like that, but I think that I can provide like really good commentary in ways that other people can't. Like, even if people try to mimic me, like, people may be like kind of decent at talking, but like their knowledge of the game and their ability to kind of like communicate high level stuff is poor. And I feel like even if people try to also provide that kind of content, I feel that, and even if they're like people with like bigger numbers that have like an established base and stuff like that, that I'll still be able to provide better content and I'll be able to like exist and have like, I guess, influence and I don't know, just do well, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be able to be better. Just because everybody else who tries to commentate doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about sometimes. It's like I don't know, I'm not trying to like be like cocky or rude or anything like that towards people that like do a pretty good job commentating, but there's like a certain level of like analysis that people just don't provide, or like the hype guys will try to make big deals out of stuff that's not a big deal and it's just really cringy. Oh god, this team comp is fucking weird. I'm going to be on Hydra duty because I have the bomb range, so I know I can deal with them, and then we also have Bingzukas, which is probably our saving grace as a team comp right now. So let's see here. It's probably my girlfriend. This will be my last game because we gotta drive somewhere. No one sees me, right? No, they saw me. Alright, that was done. Hopefully she comes in, because those dogs barking is... It would be nice if I had, Oh, fuck. Alright, well... I was paying attention, my team completely wiped, and... Like, I was able to push him. In retrospect, it would be nice if I had 3 ranked mains of bomb range, just to make recovery. It would be easier to deal with this particular game. I'm gonna go this way, because that's where the Hydra is not. This is really bad. Yeah, this is... our inability to deal with this Hydra is so terrible. I'm gonna stick with the Zimmy. Everybody's just running into suicide, so... I mean, pretty much, I'm not supposed to be able to win this game because my team is not coordinating. If they keep doing what they're doing now, we'll never win, so I just have to do the right thing and hope that they just change their minds. So I have to hope that someone watches my back while I deal with this Hydra. Like, yeah, that person needs to be dealing with that. Yeah, nah, I'm just gonna put the controller down, because that guy needed to be making sure the Luna couldn't stop me. Solo queue. Bad teammates, nothing you can do. So yeah, I'm gonna end the stream, because someone's here and I gotta go. So thanks for watching, everybody. And, yeah, I will see you all next time. Yeah, that's just, like, that's so pathetic that, like, 2 carbons and a Zimmy and a ink brush couldn't stop a Luna from getting that kind of KD. But, nah, whatever. Alright, I'm leaving. Bye. Thanks, guys.